Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Minecraft. My name is BigDamnArtist here, as usual. And we just got a little short tutorial episode here for you today. This is sort of the second half of the item unloading and relaunch station one that I did here last week. This is the unloading station, or the drop-off point, whatever you want to call it. And basically what this is going to do is sort of satisfy the problem that I was talking about last time with the system that I showed off in that system, or in that video, that the minecarts might get full when it's going around to all of the different loading stations over there, if you remember from last time. So what this is going to do is we're going to grab our cart, put it over here, and we're going to throw some redstone in there. Yeah, why not? And so what's going to happen, the cart is going to be trundling along, la-di-da-di-da, pulls into here, all of the items get unloaded, and the minecart gets sent back off to the next loading station from there. And if you take a look in here, oops, that's the hopper. All of our redstone is in the minecart. And then what's going to happen is this minecart here is going to get sent off to the central... Whoops, wrong button. There we go. Sent off to the main control station, where it'll get unloaded again. And then our game master, or whoever is on the server, will be able to pick it all up. And then obviously, you know, you send the cart back, so that way it'll pick everything up again. So I have spent most of the last week trying to figure out how to make this work. You can see some of my failed attempts over there. I'm not going to show those off because they don't work and they're just plain embarrassing. But finally figured it out here the other day in just sort of like a half-hour spree. Actually, well, I was dyeing my hair, so I didn't have, like, sound or anything, because I couldn't put headphones on. Yeah, so, that was interesting. But anyways, figured it out. It's actually quite simple once you know how to do it. So, let's show you how to do it. Basically, what this system is working off of is a couple of concepts. One is that whenever items are being fed through a hopper, so long as there's a constant stream of items being put into it, it will output a constant signal through a comparator. And all you have to do is you just point it out. So that is the main thing that makes this entire system work. And then down here we have a switch. I cannot remember the actual name of this switch right now. But it's basically, it's just not a block update switch, but it's basically, it changes the channel of whatever you're putting through it when you put a pulse to it. So, yeah, I'll show you how to do that when we build it. It'll make more sense. So it's basically built on that, and then on the concept of a timer coming in to either send the cart back or keep the cart here while items are unloading, and then send it off. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say here. Okay, so what is actually happening here? The first thing that happens is the cart comes along here. We have a one-way track system here, so that way we don't get carts accidentally being sent back the way they already came, because this is going to be set up as a loop. So that way carts are only going one way around the loop through the bottom of the labyrinth. So anyways, cart comes in here, comes up. It hits this, what are they called? The detector rail. It hits the detector rail. The detector rail causes this switch here to activate, which then causes a redstone signal to be put through this line here. Now what's going on here is we have... Here, I'll just push the curtain through so you can see it. So that block switches over, sends the signal through here. The redstone line comes up here. It goes through 1, 2, 3, repeaters on full delay. I did a little bit of experimenting, and this sort of seems to be about the best length to do it without being overly excessive. Basically, then what happens is the minecart comes up here and starts unloading. What that causes it to do is this comparator here to put a signal out. And if you know anything about... just gonna switch that back over. If you know anything about how the redstone locks work, when you put a signal into the side of a repeater, you get this bar, and it locks it into place. So that way, either no signal is going to come through, or if there's already a signal in there, it'll lock it on. So, basically what we're doing, is when there is items being flowing through here, it's locking this repeater. So that way, by the time the signal gets through this delay, items should already be flowing through the repeater or through the hopper. So therefore, this will be locked. What happens then is once items have stopped flowing through the hopper, the redstone lock undoes because this comparator stops being powered, and it lets the redstone signal flow. Just gotta let it flow, man. All right, and then it powers this, powered rail there. We got this block here for the same problem that we had last time that we had for the hopper there, because you need to have a block in order for the cart to push off of when you're starting from a flat surface. Yep, it goes through here, it powers this powered rail, hits this detector rail. Sorry guys, my brain is just not working today. Hits the detector rail, causes this to switch back over, resetting the entire system. And then la-di-da-di-da, you're good to go. The only major downside with this system is that you need to have something underneath the hopper for the items to flow into. Because if you don't, the items are just going to sit in the hopper and cause this to constantly be on. So then you're just not going to have a reset system and the cart's just going to get stuck here. But that's not a big deal. You just have to have a cart or a chest or something under there. And you'll be good to go. And then all this system here it's just a redstone line powering this powered rail. Obviously there's a block behind it, so it has something to push off of. Goes down. Just a redstone line with repeaters there. Very, very simple. So let's build one here for you. So we'll come over here. Just dig out a little bit of a hole here for us to work in. Yep, there we go. And we'll get our redstone line here set up. So we have detector rail, followed by a powered rail, followed by that. And then it goes up onto the hopper itself. That goes there. All right, so then we do this. And then this becomes the spot where the redstone, or the cart comes out. Now, you're going to run into a problem. This problem. When you put a line down here, the rail is automatically going to try and attach to this one. So what you have to do is you have to not put that one down. Put that one down first. You put that one down, shift click, put that one on top, put that one there, and then you can run that line out. Very, a little bit of a tricky thing that you have to do there, but it's not too bad. Just something you got to make sure that you're keeping in mind when you're building this. If you're, using this line here. You can obviously just put a chest down there with, hoppers to, give it something to fill up into, use a warehouse system, whatever. It's a pretty flexible design for whatever you want to do. So then what we have is this comes out like that. That comes out too, yep. That goes like that. And I'll build this above ground here for you quickly. Basically what's going on here is you've got two sticky pistons there, 2 blocks in between, put another one there, put a block in the middle, like so. Then you put 2 blocks on top in the middle like that, torch on either side. And then what happens is you just run a redstone line along the top like that, and then when you power it, and give it a pulse, the 2 redstone lamps on top are going to turn off because the blocks here are powered. There you go. See, like that. Which causes these 2, because they're sort of constantly clashing into each other, to switch over. Because one of them has a preference over the other. I don't really quite know how it works, but it works. So, every time you power it, the redstone switch will move over. This is really great for when you want to have, like, either a powered or unpowered state. So, you know, you put a torch right there, repeater going into it, repeater coming out of it. And then that way, okay, so right now it's not powered. Whoa, block, there, okay. Now it is powered. Or you can do it where you've got... both of them are powered. I guess this is a little mini tutorial for you guys. Whoops. Do that. And then, there you go. So now when it's on this side, it'll be going that direction. And when it's on that side, it'll be going off into that direction. So it's a really good, like, switch system. If you ever need to do anything like that. It's really versatile, really nice. So that's the first part that we're going to build down here. And I put this floor down one too many levels. So, sticky piston goes right there. Sticky piston goes right there. Block in the middle. Torch. Torch. Very, very simple. And then we just have a redstone line going there, there. And then I feel like I built this one too close. That's because I did. Alright, well, let's move this line back. That would be my bad. So, put that one down. So that goes there. Hopper goes on top of there. Shift-click the powered rail on top, and then that goes there. And then we get another block in here, and we go boop. There we go. Okay, that's looking better. Okay. So then we run this. How did I have this set up? This is an excellent question. Right, okay. So we're going to take a repeater out of this block down here in the bottom. It goes into here because when you power a block, it'll power the redstone signal on top. Just take a redstone line. Whoops, that's not what I meant. Out of the top right there. And there we go. Now, on this side, we're going to take the comparator out of the hopper. Have a repeater going sideways so that along here so that the comparator is going into the side of it. Not like this. Because then we're just taking the power signal out of the comparator, which is not what we want to do. So there we go. Then we have that going into there. And we just need to put that. There we go. All right. And we're just going to quickly power this just to reset it so that it's not powered. There we go. And then what we need to have is we need to have 3 repeaters on full delay. So 1, 2, 3, full delay. Beauty. And then all we're doing is we're just taking this line out of here, putting it up a block to power that, taking it out to power that. So there we go. And then we'll just build our little one-way stop system. There we go. And if I did everything correctly, we should have a fully functioning unloading station. An automatic unloading station. So let's throw some items in there. 11 redstone dust, sounds good. It's fired up. That's blocking the signal. And then it gets sent out, and we have 11 redstone dust. Perfect, perfect. There we go, guys. That is the automatic unloading station. And then, obviously, you just run a redstone line along there and power that one however you want to, and you're good to go. Obviously, you don't need to use this for the exact system that I've got set up that we've got set up in the labyrinth. You can, have this be for your mine or whatever. You can fill up a redstone or fill up a cart, send it out, and have it automatically unload and then return. It's really quite nice and simple. And when used in, I want to say camaraderie, but that's not the word I'm looking for. With the other system that I've got set up over there, you can have this all automatically set up so that, cart comes up, loads itself, gets sent off, unloads itself, comes back, and just goes back and forth. So that way you can stay in your mine, just load up a bunch of chests, have them set up as a warehouse system or whatever, and then they all unload and go back to your base. And it's really quite a neat system. So, I'm going to stop talking. That is the automatic loading and, or the automatic unloading system. And I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you guys learned something. And if you did, leave a like, subscribe for more videos, and I will see you guys next time. Bye, guys.